Top 10 Scary Movies That Predicted the Future. Movies have been part of our entertainment life. They are the projection of man's creative mind stimulated by experience, imagination, and curiosity. It is a limitless form of art that could influence the behavior and perception of its viewers. But what if the moving images from the movies are turning into reality? Like they were made to predict the future. How would you react to that? In today's video, we will be revealing the top 10 scary movies that predicted the future. But before we reveal our top 10 videos, make sure to subscribe and share this with your friends. Opening our countdown is the 1968 movie 2001, A Space Odyssey. This 52-year-old sci-fi movie was created by the two infinite space astounded men, Stanley Kubrick and the science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke. Kubrick's original plan was to create a movie focusing on the possibility of extraterrestrial life and space exploration. But this idea was changed in 1964, where he wanted a more ambitious and urgent project. Luckily, he has found the solution and collaborated with the most reputable sci-fi writer, Clarke. To create the movie, they both studied the literature of extraterrestrial and was convinced to go further when they learned about the Russians detecting radio signals from space. Believe it or not, this movie has predicted the use of video calls, artificial intelligence like Siri, and space exploration. Their futuristic thinking has influenced the inventors to install artificial intelligence in gadgets and face-to-face calls regardless of the distance. Number 9 on our countdown is the animated 1990 Jetsons, the movie. This animated movie is about the hardworking father, George Jetson, who was given a promotion by his boss and costed to his relocation to a distant planet in space. Together with his family, he began his new journey in reaching their new home, where he met his foreman named Rudy II, a robot vacuum cleaner-looking creature. The prediction of this movie about the robot's ability to help mankind has influenced the inventors to create the useful automated vacuum cleaners. Listed number 8 in our countdown is the 1928 movie, Woman in the Moon. This futuristic German film has made a smart guess about the future space exploration and the use of a multi-stage rocket powered by liquid fuel to lift off on the Earth's atmosphere as well as the landing pads. Imagine that this movie was created even before NASA conceptualized their plan of man landing in the moon. Did that freak you out? This movie is about the hope of proving the theory about the existence of gold in the moon. Hoping that it could bring riches, scientists decided to take off and approach the moon. Are you too starting to wonder if this theory might be true? Or could this be NASA's inspiration for exploring the dark side of the moon? Number 7 is the 1981 movie, Mad Max 2. Though the scenes illustrated in this film didn't really happen during that time, this futuristic movie is becoming more and more accurate in our time. This movie is about the former patrolman who found himself roaming around the apocalyptic Australian wasteland. The movie focused on the mission of the former patrolman to provide food and gasoline for the defenseless community where he lives and how he survived against the warlord biker, Lord Humongous. Illustrating the resource wars that are happening around the world, observers claims that full-scale war could happen due to scarcity of natural materials. The 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movies is on our number 6. Some of us have played this game before, but who would guess that the Oscar-nominated director and most respected British filmmaker of his time, Roland Joff, would produce this film? Super Mario Bros. Games were hugely popular at that time. To produce this movie, Joff and Ebert likely offered $2 million to the Nintendo president Hiroshi Yamauchi to buy the rights of the video game. But this beloved blockbuster movie gathered numerous conspiracy theories in different columns. Unlike others, the author Adrian LaFrance is trying to prove that these conspiracies were too good to be true. How did it impulsively foreshadow the fall of the Twin Tower of the World Trade Center on September 11? The answer is the ending part of the movie, when the dimensions collide, making the Twin Towers dissolve after another. Could this be a warning from the past? For our knowledge, this movie was released in the year 1993, and the terrorist attack headed by the Islamic group Al-Qaeda was on Tuesday morning of September 11, 2001. The attack happened after 7 years the movie was released. Was it just a coincidence? Or did the terrorist group have planned this long time ago and have just executed it after 7 years? Number 5 is the 1995 movie The Net. Starring in this thriller movie is Sandra Bullock, who played the role of a software engineer, Angela Bennett. This movie has predicted the menace of our now society, identity thieves, who are wrongfully obtaining others' identity to gain money. The story is about the software engineer who has dedicated her life to her job at the Cathedral Software. But an unexpected event happened where it requires her to prove her innocence and identity after. This happened when she was on vacation trying to deal with the seemingly virus over the new game of Cathedral. While solving the problem, she has realized that Jack, whom she thought was a friend, is a member of the notorious group of identity thieves. Jack successfully stole her identity and provided a new one for her with a criminal history. What an unfortunate situation for Angela, for she almost lost her life trying to get things back to where they are. It sounds dangerous, but it does happen now in our world. Number 4 on our countdown is the movie Star Trek, the motion picture created of 1979 and its sequel. This futuristic movie has predicted the use of cellular phones, smartwatches, Bluetooth headset, 3D printers, hypo sprays, and universal translators. How did that happen? Did they consult any prophecy in creating this movie? The answer is the limitless imagination of the inventors. This movie opened numerous ideas for inventors to put these futuristic gadgets into reality. An example of this is Martin Cooper from Motorola, who has seen Captain Kirk's communicating device in the movie and decided to make the first cell. The second inspiration from another inventor is the scene where Uhura, who wore a Bluetooth headset similar piece as well as the wrist-worn communicating device that is now known as smartwatches. While in Star Trek The Next Generation, a device that generally looked like a 3D printer was used to replicate in the movie. Third on our list is the 1982 film Blade Runner. This movie created by Ridley Scott is a sure thing for the future. Created in 1982, how did this film predicted the gigantic digital billboards that we can now see mostly in New York and Japan when they were only invented last 2005? Good question, right? This movie illustrated the nightmare of having androids in the techno world, from the evolution of military drones to police flying around in their spinners or flying cars. Surely, this movie is so advanced that it continues to influence the movies today. Coming on our second place is the 1990 movie Total Recall. Another futuristic movie director, Paul Verhoeven, imagined life at 2084 to create the sci-fi movie Total Recall. How did he do that? I mean, in 1990, he was thinking of 2084. He is so visionary that he has predicted the future of wristwatches, Wii Fit, or the virtual home exercise routine, the security screen, or X-ray security screen, as well as the self-driving cars. Although, among all three, a self-driving car is what the general public couldn't buy yet. Uber, Tesla, Google, and other companies have been working well to give us the best version of this car. So yes, they are now turning into reality. If they are already available in the market, for sure, they'll cost us a fortune. Which movie prediction have caught your attention so far? If you haven't decided yet, better wait for our number 1. Movies from our list of 10 to 2 have predicted mostly the future gadgets, but the number 1 in our countdown stands out among the rest of its prediction to humans' mind. What if you can erase all your bad memories and choose only the memory you want to keep in your mind? This is 2004 movie entitled Eternal Sunshine of the Mind opened the possibility of selective memory. This movie is directed by the former music video director Michel Gondry, who aims to explore the complexity of relationships and painful loss. He, in his movie, illustrated the painful breakup of the two lovers Clementine and Joel, and their decision to undergo a medical procedure that involves memory wiping to erase their memories together. If you're thinking that it's a fiction, sorry to disappoint you, but it isn't. Though in existence there is no fancy machine similar to what can be seen in the movie, the Dutch scientists have found similar heart medicine with similar effects when it comes to wiping traumatic memories. If you aren't convinced yet, another study from a neuroscientist in New York University, Joseph Ledoux, suggests that it's possible to wipe memories like a painful breakup in humans, and some neuroscientists have been experimenting this procedure with rats. Wouldn't that be nice if we can have that option in life? Perhaps this might be the best solution to end our suffering from traumatic experiences that continues to haunt us. This completes our list of top 10 scary movies that predicted the future. How about you guys? Would you consider this option in the future? Or have you predicted something before and just happened recently? Share it with us by commenting below and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed our countdown today.